Okay, you beautiful passengers, welcome back to the back of the semi-truck and the Ghost and Molly McGee. I'll be real, I don't know what episode I'm on. I just know I'm in season 2, and whatever episode we're on, I know I've got the right episode. So, yeah, other than that, I don't really know what to say here at the beginning, because for me, it probably has been about 2.5 to 3 weeks since I watched the last episode, which I do remember involves Jinx, and we're kind of finding out that she does want the chairman position or whatever she's wanting. I do still believe that she's got schemes going in her head that she's going to take over the chairman position away from Scratch, and I don't know, maybe that'll be the end of season 2 or something, but I do remember Jinx, and she's trying to jinx Scratch, and I don't know. I like the plot idea, but at the same time, I don't, because we do have this plot idea of, the Chins that we really haven't visited that much here in season 2. I figured we would, since they were introduced, I figured that would be the biggest plot point, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't been watching it back to back to back to actually see that, well, we've recently had them. So, for me to find out whether or not we're going to have them in this set of episodes, which, when I say this set of episodes, it's really just one episode, 2 different segments, just like SpongeBob. Y'all know the drill by now. 11 minutes here, 11 minutes there. So, yeah, I say I should shut up, though, instead of running my mouth, and just put this earbud in, and let's just do this in 3, 2, 1, and play. The Ghost and Molly McGee. Is that the title? Well, that's a stupid question because that is the title. I just read it.
Due to district mandates, it's that time of year again. Ibby Stein toys.
Ah, so your writing is coming back into play. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What's done is done.
That was funny.
We'll need actors, set design, costumes.
Good luck with that.
Space opera extravaganza. This is fun. Everyone pulling their weight to make this play a success, huh?
Boo. Have fun. Scratch. Dude. Oh my gosh, dude. What is... You can't just come in there and mess everything up.
Death Valley just exploded. Who stabbed the rock?
I know that voice.
Whoops.
Huh.
Libby's play might get canceled because I can't.
And in complete success.
Well, let the hijinks ensue with the body swap.
Just get you the fun stuff.
Yeah. There you go, Scratch. Show them kids who's boss.
I'm bringing the hammer down on you.
Chop into a churro and feel all your problems melt away.
That seems unlikely.
You want to know something? I have never had a churro. I have got to try them. Everyone loves them.
I cannot be bought with fried sugar. Duh.
Come on.
Or you're gonna end up in plaster. Like a cat or...
Good possible threat there, but I think you might have ran into a bit of trouble with that kid.
Awesome.
I hope y'all learned the lesson of balance. And I don't know how I do this, but I always forget that they're musical.
I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
Okay, it's time to smack that kid.
Chief, wow.
Spitwads? No. Especially when they're paper mache spitwads.
I've got bigger problems, Scratch. We could talk to them.
Huh. It's a good idea.
Something's not working here, and I don't just... Hey,
Huh.
you
Well,
make
that
a
was
Lemming
easy.
time for the show, and I will talk to Libby about letting you.
Greatest dream is finally coming true.
I don't know
Wow.
what's in the water and break,
That's
but it ain't
the
helping
greatest
me.
dream is being a lemming.
It feels like we could eat the cake.
Gotta be careful with that because
No one
lemmings
eats
just
that
simply
cake.
follow and then jump off the ledge.
Here's some.
But then it's straight back to work.
Well then,
Serious. Why aren't the space fairies
talking
involved
solved their
yet? I
problems.
should be seeing glitter, people.
No longer allowed to eat at that big desk thingy.
But that's my lunch table. Food tastes better there.
Well, too bad. You shouldn't have been eating there to begin with.
Societas.
Yeah, there is a reason Georgie was not cast as the lead.
Yeah.
Second act still needs work.
The Ghost and Molly McGee.
Okay. So, in between episode halves here, I would say, and I have got to stop shaking my head so much because I have a tendency of shaking my head just to get my hair moving because I'm not used to having long hair anymore. I still ain't used to having long hair. Either way, though, first thoughts right after the first half of the episode. Let me bring the second half up. And it looks like we got another episode with Jinx in it. But first half, everything didn't mess up and turn into a disaster by the end. So that's a good thing. Good lesson, actually, by the end of that first half. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lesson to even be in there, but we did end up having the lesson of, hey, sometimes when you're having trouble, simply talking it out with somebody will help you figure out what the problem is, and you can find a solution together and then move on. So, yeah, that was actually a pretty decent this little, lesson for them too. Hopefully that can continue on as well besides just one episode, but you never know. It might continue, it might not. Either way, let's just jump into this second half in 3, 2, 1, and play. All in the mind.
Yes, medically speaking.
Oh.
It is super gross.
I thought that was Jinx from the thumbnail that I was looking at. I guess it's not. Cool. I didn't want 2 episodes in a row anyway with Jinx in it.
Beautiful brain needs. Can you help him?
Complex stuff going on in
Is there?
I like tacos.
Searching for something.
I like tacos too, but my tacos are just meat and cheese. And beans. And rice.
Yeah, all right, let's get it
Well, I don't eat lettuce and tomatoes, so, I gotta have something to substitute in there.
with access to the depths. And
Crevices.
Come on, go into his mind. I've been waiting for some sort of backstory.
mystery.
What the heck?
You can go now.
You're hiding.
Dude! Stop, it's freaky. Thank you. Going in his brain like that was just, woof, messing with my mind. Okay, that monkey's got something to do with this. I'm probably wrong.
What hiding spot am I?
Place to look inviting when no one is invited. It's false advertising.
Thank you. Scratch gets it. I wish my wife would. I don't want a lot of people at the house. I just want to goof off and play video games.
Where are we? Surly Sids. Are we inside?
Oh.
Cardboard ship.
Okay.
Strawberry soda bottle? What is my mind
That's
doing?
interesting.
This is a metaphor for how you're bottling your emotions up. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Find me and
Let's keep going until we're out of the bottle.
whatever that thing is, that scares me. Okay, I'm scared.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't. Okay, well, we got to the neck of the bottle, which means now you can push yourself out.
Yeah, I did. And feels like. Wait a minute. Why am I climbing?
Oh, that sucks for you. You've got to actually put some effort into this. There's something there.
It's got monkey business.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I know I saw it coming, but it's still good.
You know, they say, you're wasting a perfectly good source of potassium.
Scratch, I think
Since
you're
when do
putting
you
yourself
want
at
healthy
the
food?
top because you're not ready to face what you're repressing.
I mean, the only thing I don't like thinking about is my past.
Let's go.
That's gotta be
Let's go to the
I
past.
gotta level with you, Molly.
Ah,
Remember when you got me that strawberry soda to trick? He's you, monkey businessman.
and the monkey is gone. Hey, you got the monkey off your back. Look at that. I figured out that metaphor.
Is that every new place we visit with a sticker? And one day,
Oh my gosh.
stars.
Dude, you had a childhood friend just like Molly.
That way,
Ah.
I'll forget you, and you'll never forget me.
Adia,
Adia? Okay.
I think she was my best friend. Who can fathom the mysteries of my mind? Let's get some tacos.
The Ghost and Molly McGee.
Yeah, let's get some tacos. Oh, y'all know what? I literally already forgot her name. That sucks. Adia? No, not Adia. Adia? I hope it was Adia, because that's how I'm going to refer to her. But we almost got a look at Scratch before he died. So I'm still personally wondering how old Scratch was when he passed, because yeah, I mean, it just seems a little weird for his only memory in this whole entire show to be a childhood memory. Lo and behold, though, of course, childhood memory, he had a best friend who's just like Molly, loves stickers, loves everything, is bubbly and just happy-go-lucky. And I'll be real, the relationship he has with her honestly feels a lot like what Carl and, oh, I forgot her name. I don't know, from the movie Up, Carl and his wife. It kind of reminds me of their childhood relationship. So that's fun. That's just adorable as well. Yeah, so interesting. Very small tidbits of Scratch's past. We're getting them slowly but surely. Hopefully here soon we'll have a full backstory and we can go and just start overanalyzing that as well. Because I know just as soon as I get his whole entire backstory, I will then be looking and being like, oh, what about this? What about that? So I don't know if I'll ever be satisfied with anything about this, but first half of the episode, I feel like that was just thrown in there just to be thrown in there. So second half was definitely the half that was like, hey, this is the heavy hitting part right here. So this is what you're here for. So yeah, that's what we were here for. Trying to think real fast of anything more. Well, I do have it in my head, the chins. When the frick are we going to get more about the chins? Because yeah, I think we've had 3 episodes this season with the chins. We got introduced to them, then they were there, then they played a pivotal part, and then just all of a sudden they're, who cares, they're gone, whoopity-doo. So I don't know. I think I've still got, as of recording this, I think I've still got 2 more episodes that have been released here recently, and yeah, I'm pretty sure though they're going to be in at least one of them, if not 2 of them. I'm just trying to predict in my head. I don't particularly care for the angle of the chins, but at the same time, you know, considering the show is about ghosts and, you know, all that good stuff, having ghost hunters be in, you know, season 2 and being introduced in here, it was a good idea in my opinion. I don't like the way they're being used because they're not being used to their full potential. So yeah, Ollie though, he's not being used at all. But what I hope happens with Ollie is, well, I ain't even gonna discuss that. Ollie's Ollie. I'm not feeling Ollie, but his sister June, on the other hand, I feel like she's the one who's going to be a pivotal part in this. So, yeah, I got ideas, not ideas, but I've got thoughts in my head about Ollie, but meh, it ain't even worth talking about because they're going to be so jumbled anyway. What's the point? On the other hand, back to this episode, we get so little. It frustrates me to no end. I want to say so much, but yet there's nothing to say because they're not giving us nothing. All we did is find out he had a best friend like Molly, and maybe that's why he absolutely loves Molly, is because it reminds him of his best friend when he was alive. Now, I hope it's going to sound morbid as can be. I'm sorry, it's going to sound morbid, so hear me out. I hope Scratch died young, because then I don't feel like that Scratch is this old guy who died and then turned into a ghost. I don't want to feel like Molly has... I don't want Molly to be friends with this old guy. I want Molly to be friends with someone who's her age. I mean, it just feels weird. If y'all know what I mean, it shouldn't feel weird, but it will at the same time, unless they probably got a backstory ready for that. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to say anything. So I'm gonna keep that thought in the back of my head. So yeah, maybe something good will turn of it. Either way, that loud vehicle outside that I can hear, I don't know about y'all, tells me it's time for me to shut up, especially with the direction it was going. So, with that said, hit the like, tickle to subscribe, don't be texting and driving, and as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are, I do.